Good morning, welcome. It's Kate Bolt, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the UK for another Coffee and Cards Facebook Live. I can't believe Tuesday has come round so fast again. Let me just adjust my camera a little bit and wait to see if anyone hops on. If you do, please give me a little comment or something to let me know that you're there. And then I'm not all on my own. That would be really nice. And I'm just going to check on my laptop, which is right next to me. For any comments and also to see if I'm live in the right spot, which would be quite useful, wouldn't it? I don't really want to be live on my personal profile. Let's have a look, because not everyone wants to see stamping. Or maybe they do. They should, shouldn't they? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Okay, we're getting there. Oh, good morning, Joe. Lovely of you to join us, or join me. I have a great stamp set for you today to look at. It might be one that you might have fun playing with. Let's have a look. Yes, I'm live in the right place. Oh, I'm better off not looking at myself on the laptop because I can see the state of my hair and I look like, my mother would say, I look like a bism in a fit. I never knew what a bism was. But that's what my hair looks like today. Morning, Zaina. Morning, Joe. I don't know if anyone else has joined us. If you know what a bism is, let me know. Yeah, when your hair looks a mess, she'd say, oh, it looks like a bism in a fit. I have no idea. None whatsoever. So I hope it's nothing offensive because I just said it. Oh. Hi, Linda. How are you? Good morning. Maybe my mum will hop on. She sometimes manages to, but she also goes to a quilting group. She lives somewhere else and her rules are slightly different to ours. She goes there on a Tuesday, which I'm really pleased about. She's managing to go there. That's lovely. So yeah, morning, Linda. Morning, everybody. So yeah, hope you're really well. I am so stoked. I am super excited. Yesterday morning, hello Hillary. Yesterday morning I got up with a feeling of doom. You know, sometimes you think something's going to happen, but I didn't know what it was going to be. And I kind of sat there thinking, oh, when is this all going to end? And I had no idea that there was going to be an announcement until I looked on the BBC News when I came downstairs and found out there was going to be an announcement. I had no idea. So yesterday I watched the news, I hope you're all watching, when the Prime Minister said we were going to be hopefully relaxing restrictions in 2 weeks' time. I am so excited, you have no idea, because I am planning an event, a face-to-face event. It's going to be great. We're going to see each other. Those of you who are local anyway, and those of you who are not, we're still going to celebrate. This is going to be great. So good morning, everyone. A couple of little things to be going on with that you might want to know about. Currently, we have got a designer series paper sale going on. Let me turn that around a little bit. I always have fun with this, don't I? Let's have a look. Here we go. There we are. So you can see that it says designer series paper sale from the 1st of July till the 2nd of August. So just this month really. And it is nearly all of the designer series papers in the brand new annual catalogue. Not the speciality ones that are foiled, but nearly all of the other ones. And they're all 15% off. So the ones I've got in this flyer, though I do feel there are more. I've got Beauty of the Earth, Bloom Where You're Planted, Hand Penned, Pansy Petals, In the Wild, In Good Taste. That's a bumper pack, the In Good Taste, so that's good value. Let's have a look. That's gone down from £20 to £17. Yeah, because it's a bumper big pack, the In Good Taste ones. It has a lot of sheets. But yeah, all the other ones have gone down to about £9. So we've got Sweet Symmetry, we've got Tidings of Christmas, we've got the Peach Papers. They're all in the DSP sale and available on my website at katebolt.stampinup.net or inkstampshare.ink is my website. So yeah, hop over there and stock up on all your papers this month. These are in the annual catalogue, so you're going to see projects using these papers for the next year, because you know demonstrators get their hands on them for the next year, so you're going to see loads of inspiration to use them. So why not get them, because on the 2nd of August they'll go back to regular price. All right, I'm going to turn that back. That's better. I kept feeling that my camera was wonky, but it was just the other way around. So I want to see if I can find the comments. Oh, good morning morning, Jen. Let's have a look. I can see you. Oh, I've got my hopes up, Zaina. I don't think he's going to go back on that. I think we're done. I don't know. I don't know about the future, but I'm living for the moment. That's me today, and I'm very excited. So, who knows, eh? But we can only hope. Today, I thought it would be fun to work with this stamp set, and I've turned it back round, haven't I? It's called Garden Birdhouses. I tell you what, I'll show you it when I flip the camera. You'll be able to see it better the right way around. It's a great stamp set, and when I saw the annual catalogue, this one caught my eye, and I bought it on the pre-order, and it's been sat on my shelf for weeks, and I thought it was about time I got it out and played with it. And I just thought it was great because I've got bird feeders in my garden, and I absolutely love watching the birds coming and going. I know lots of you do. So I thought this was a great set. And also the sentiments in it mean you can make loads of different types of cards. So you've got a welcome, so it would be great for a new home card. You've got a birthday wishes, so your birthday card. You've got, it says welcome back, so you could use that as well, welcome back. You've got a hello, so you have a lovely hello card. You've got so glad you're here, and you've got hope each moment of your day is as special as you are. And it's got birds in it. It's got 3 different birdhouses. It's got branches, grasses, flowers. Yeah, it's a really useful, fun set. So I think we'll have a play with this today. I'm really excited to play with this. And now I've been playing with it. I've made a simple card for Coffee and Cards this morning, but I think there's a lot of scope for doing fun folds, aperture cards, cutting it out, maybe a bit embossing, watercolouring. You could use your watercolour pencils with it. All sorts, I think, with this one. So just a couple of simple ones to start off with this morning. So that's that. Tell me about yourselves. Are you okay? Is everyone happy? I hope you are. Right. I'm going to try and turn this camera around, so bear with me. Bear with me. It's always a bit difficult, isn't it? Here we go, because I have to change all the tripod, but I really want to see you, otherwise I just show my hands and that gets a bit dull and I don't feel like I've connected with you, so that's why I like to see you first thing. Right, and I get a lot of glare. Right, let's turn the camera around. This is the fun part, so it means I have to take it out of the thingy. Oh, here we go. So hold on to your hat so we don't make you feel sick. Bring it down. You can see all the stamps. I've got them already up. I'm going to put you down while I change my tripod round. It's not the most seamless, flawless way of doing this at all. But it seems to be the most effective in the long run. Right, okay. I'm going to bring the tripod up now because you're so far down. How is that? Can you see my grid paper well? I can see it on my laptop. There we go. That's okay-ish. Let's wait for my laptop to catch up. Yeah, I'm just going to bring it down slightly, I think. Right, there we are. Hope that's okay. I think we're there. Okay, so I have picked out a couple of fun colours to use with our birdhouses. I have got Granny Apple Green, and I have got a bit of So Saffron. Green and yellow always go together, don't they? And I thought that was a good base to start with. Okay, and then I have got my white layer. So I've done my usual measurements for an A4 card, for a C6 card, and I have scored my A4 card in half at 10.5 here, and I've cut it at 14.9, so I've got my card base. So that makes, if I do it half a centimetre smaller, my So Saffron layer is then 10 by 14.3, and then my stamping white layer is 9.5 by 13.8. Tell me, ladies, do you use the same as me? Do you do yours in measurements of exactly the same as me in your centimetres? Or do you make inches? I'd love to know. Please let me know if you like centimetres or inches. I do change it up a little. I tend to stick to centimetres because it's what I'm used to, and because we are metric. So, but you know, I'm happy to do either or both. Good morning, Claire. How are you? I hope you're really well. It's lovely of you to join us. We are going to be playing with this. Now, I'm going to show you a little bit clearer now. This lovely stamp set. You can see it. So we've got this lovely branch. You always use inches, right? I've got 3 birdhouses, 3 little birds facing different directions, which is useful. Centimetres normally, but can do both. Yeah, the same as me, Jen. And then we've got these lovely sentiments. And then we've got a dangle, which would be great for this birdhouse. And then we've got some flowery grasses or flowers. And then we've got some grass and another leaf for the branch. I can do both too. And I think that's because I started off scrapbooking. It's all in inches. Okay. Interesting. Now. Oh yeah, I needed a piece of scrap, didn't I? Right, okay. Yeah, that's what I needed that for. Okay, so let's put that to the side. Green and yellow. Norwich City colours. Usually inches. Okay. I might try and change it up a little bit. Okay. Norwich City. I don't support any football or sports teams, but I'll go for it. I'll go with that, Zaina. And you're in centimetres, Kay? Is that okay? Yeah, me too most of the time. Right, I'm going to start off composing the card with the branch. It's the biggest element and I need to fit that in. And I thought it would be fun to use the sponge daubers to get my leaves a little bit different colours. So I've got Granny Apple Green. I'm going to lean across. I've got Old Olive. Oh, morning, Jan. Use inches. Lovely of you to join us. I'm so glad to see you. So that's interesting. I would say we're 2/3 inches at the moment to 1/3 centimetres. That's really interesting. Okay. So I am going to use this big branch first and bring it over the side of my card. And I'm going to use the daubers to stamp it up first. So I think I'm going to use Old Olive. And I'll show you what I'm going to do. I've got this. These are photopolymer stamps. I'm just going to apply a little bit of the Old Olive to the dauber. And then I'm going to lightly, gently pat it all over the back of the stamp. Like that. The stamp, not the back of the stamp. There we go. All the way where the leaves are. So it's well covered. Okay, I'm going to put the lid back on that one. And then I'm going to take the Granny Apple Green. It's lovely to see you. And I'm going to just do a little bit of Granny Apple Green, because when you look up at the trees, they're not all the same colour. So I thought that would be a good way of getting that colour in there. You can use your fingers, but I think you're getting a right mess. Or you could use a different kind of sponge if you don't have the daubers, or you could use your blending brushes. But I would think the daubers are probably the easiest way to go. And then I've got a dark brown, so I've gone for early espresso, and I'm just going to do you see where the branch comes in? The autumn colours would be beautiful with this. You're absolutely right, Zaina. That's a great shout. Oh, morning, Carol. Lovely to see you. Right, so that was that one. Let's pop those out of the way, and then we're going to start it off with our branch. And I'm going to bring the branch in near the top, like that, and I'm going to hang it just over the edge of my card. So it makes it look like the branch is coming in from the left. And press it down well. And there we go. So that's our branch like that. And then we're going to add in some of the birdhouses. Now I wanted my birdhouses that I've got here at different heights. So there's a birdhouse support if you know what I mean. So I'm going to stamp that one in first, and then I can work out. And I'm going to do this one. I've cleaned it. Let's just make sure it's clean. And I'm going to kind of decide where I want to have it on the page. This birdhouse. I'm going to have it a little bit higher than the one next to it. I've decided, so that it wouldn't be exactly the same height. So I know kind of then almost where to put my support. And I'm going to use basic grey because I think that'll be quite a nice soft colour rather than black. So I'm just going to ink that one up. Take this one off and just have a general idea of where that one's going to go. Like that. And then I know that I can put that one there and it's going to come up quite high. So same colour, ink that one up and just match it up with the top. On it goes. There we go, we've got our first birdhouse. Which reminds me, I must go and put some more bird food out. It's been raining here all morning and I haven't been out to put the bird food out yet. And I think they're empty in my garden. So, oh, I've got a hair on my ink pad. That's weird. Okay, so for the next one, I'm going to bring it down a little bit. And I'm going to use this one. I love this house. Look at that. It's so cute. Bring it down a bit like that. I think I'm going to do the house first. Why not? Bring it down there. Like that one. So you could cut these houses out. They're very simple shapes. You could create a lot of different layers with it if you wanted. There we go. So you've got two houses. Like that. And then on my scrappy paper, I'm going to actually use that ink pad again. I'm going to stamp the other birdhouse. So all three are going to be in this card. Pop that one there. Okay, we're good. We are good. All right, so now I brought in some of my Stampin' blend pens. I'm going to colour them in some different colours. So I think you could use the Stampin' Write markers or you could use the alcohol blend pens, whatever you prefer that you like to use as your colouring medium. Now I just picked out a couple of colours, you don't need too many. And I'm going to colour these birdhouses in some nice muted colours. So I'm going to go for the pale So Saffron. So I've just taken a yellow and I'm going to do that for the roof. I don't have a birdhouse, I've just got a bird feeder and a bird table. Do any of you guys have a birdhouse? You know, like this? Joe might, I don't know. I would love to know, because I don't. I do quite fancy having one. So I'm going to go for the dark. Morning, Sandra. I'm going to go for the dark crumb cake on the side. And then the light crumb cake on the front. So no special blending techniques today. You can do. You can add some shade if you want to. The base. That, and then I think I'm going to go down the stick. Support. Both of those. And the base. There we go. So we've got a birdhouse. You've got a bird box with the blue tits nested in every. Oh, I'd love to see that. I wonder if it's a similar thing. It's probably on some of your Facebook posts because you do tend to post some lovely pictures of your birds. Right, let's use some yellow. I think I'm going to go for the light dark So Saffron, and I think I'm going to go for some blue. So I am going to colour in. This is Balmy Blue Dark. I'm going to colour in the roof. I'm going to go a bit daring. Why not? So we have all sorts of birds in our garden at the moment. What about you guys? Just seems to be inundated, which is lovely, really. Right, I'm going to use the light blue here, here, just for the other little front and just around the edges, like that. I'm going to have a red front door, so I'm going to go for light real red. You can use whatever colours you like, your favourite ones are. You can use, tie it in with your card base. You could, yeah, anything you like. And then I think some light, so saffron. And it seems to colour, even though it's not Memento black, it seems to colour quite well over the basic grey ink. Yeah, it does. It colours really well, look. And it doesn't seem to muddy it or anything like that at all. So let's colour in this little guy. So I think I'm going to go for balmy blue again for this. So who's looking forward to things opening up a little bit more, feeling a little bit more free? I think some people will feel a little bit nervous to begin with, and I think that's quite normal. And I think gradually people will feel more comfortable when things get back to normal. And you can wear a mask as much as you like. She has a muntjac deer in his. It's settled under the overgrown hedge and sneaks out, snags on the grass. And hides back. I've never seen it. Oh, it'd be lovely to see that. We have them round here because I live by a lake. And yeah, sometimes if you go out early in the morning, you can see the muntjac deer on the fields by the lake. It's lovely to see. My husband sent me a photo the other day. He was out running early. Yeah, fabulous. Let's go for another yellow, I think. I'll go light in the middle. And then light there. And then we'll go. It's a great time of the year to be wildlife spotting. We can always hear the foxes from our bedroom at night, in the evening sometimes. Okay, right, I'm going to cut him out. I'm going to show you how easy it is. Ah, yes. Yeah, these, I don't know, these deer, these fields are near the main road, to be honest with you, as well. They're on the fields that come off from the lake, but they do lead onto the main road, but I don't know if they stay this side of it. Right, so you can easily cut these shapes out. There are no dies with this, but really you don't need them. No dies required. And it's always goes very quiet when you're cutting out, or it feels like it, doesn't it? But I did one earlier. I've got a blue Peter style one ready, but it's so easy. It takes a matter of minutes to cut it out. It's not very difficult. There we go, look. Let's take the rubbish away. Okay, so this one's going to hang up in the tree. Don't you think that looks really cute? And I've left a little space here to put my sentiment. So I really like, I want to make this quite a generic card, this first one. So I went for the hello. I like the hello. It's a real fun kind of looking swirly font. Let's do it in Granny Apple Green because that's my card base. Okay, fingers crossed, guys, that this goes well. Hello. Give that a clean up. So we've got that one on there. This one's going to get hung up on and I'm going to pop it up on a dimensional foam pad. So we've got that. Now we have got some grass. So I think we're going to go with the grass with the 2 greens that we've got. So let's have a look. Let's get Old Olive out. And here's the little grass stamp. Isn't it sweet? Perfect. So I'm just going to do some of that along the bottom. And I'm going to kind of stamp it once and stamp it off to make it a bit more variegated in its colour. Gives you more options if you don't have many greens to do that. So I've got the Old Olive. And then we're going to go Granny Apple Green. And I'm going to do the same thing. Like that. That's cute. And now we need some birds, don't we? We could do with some birds. So we've got a couple of, there's 3 birds in it. So I just picked out 2 of them here. So let's have a look. I think I'm going to put this one, I'm going to put him up here. So where's the basic grey? I'm going to stamp it in the grey and see how that comes out. I'm going to put him on top of the bird house. I like that. And I'm going to use the other one because he's a slightly different looking bird, but he's also facing the other way. I'm going to pop him down here in the grass, on some of the light grass, so he shows out. There we go. And then this one, there's a couple of these. There's one that's got a lot more. Let's have a look in here. So let's take this out. There's this one that's got a lot more kind of flowers on it. There's also a leaf for the branch as well. Well, there's this one, and I think I'm just going to use this one to add a little bit more green to it. By the way, have you seen our new stamp cases? The stamps are actually printed on the insert inside, and so you can actually then stick all your stamps on here when you first get them, so you can take those off of there, and then you always know where they are. You haven't lost any, and you can see where they go. So they go on like that. That's cool, isn't it? Yes. Right, so let's grab a green. I think I'm going to go Old Olive because it's more muted. So Old Olive, and I think I'm going to stamp it off and just do that. There we go. That's really cute, isn't it? Love that. What do you think, guys? Hi, Kathleen. What do you think? Do you think this is looking okay? Right, let's make one of these little guys, one of these little birds, a robin. I think this one down on the floor is going to be our robin because he's got quite a nice red breast. He's got a nice little area to make it red. A bit of crumb cake. And then I'm going to colour you in with crumb cake. Like that. And take a little bit of the dark just to make him look a bit shaded. Like that. Like so. Okay, I'm going to stick that one on. Let me grab some dimensional foam pads. I haven't got my trolley with my big shot on this morning. It's over there because I'm not using the Stampin' cut and emboss machine because I'm not using it. Right, and all my little glues I've got in little pots underneath it. Right, a Stampin' Up foam dimensional pad. Let's pop that on there because that's going to hook up in the tree. And you can cut the tree out. That would be quite simple to cut out and have it flowing over there. Now, one more thing. Morning, Catherine. One more thing is I brought in the Wink of Stella and I haven't used it for ages. And I thought it would be really nice to pick out the green that we've stamped the leaves in and make it a bit more visible. And I was going to use a water painter and that works really well. And then I thought, well, I could do the same job but add a little bit of shimmer with the Wink of Stella. And I'll show you what I mean. So without adding any more colour, you can just draw in the colour that you've got with the liquid that's in the clear Wink of Stella. And if you don't know what the Wink of Stella is, it's like a little shimmer glitter brush. It's got like this glycerin type liquid in it with a load of shimmery stuff inside, and it adds a little sparkle to your project but not glitter, so it's not all too much. It's just really nice, but you can use it as also like a water painter because it spreads that ink around, which is what it's doing now. So a little tip, if you want to make more, you can do that. So there. Pretty simple. It's just filling in the green a little bit. Now, if you're going to move to another colour then, it's wise just to make sure you've got nothing left on there. I don't think I did. Before you go on so it doesn't muddy it, because this is now going to be brown. Yeah, and you can do it with any of your things. You can put it on top of your birdhouses and make them sparkle if you want to. You can make your little birdie a bit shiny, anything like that. And it's really good. Now, I don't think the camera really picks up the shine. There's a little bit of sparkly glimmer there that you can see with the naked eye. All right, I'm going to stick this together. Have I got any glue left in here? So I haven't used it since Friday when I was doing my, my Friday live. I do a Friday evening live over on YouTube Live. So I'm here every Friday. And my glue was running out, and I don't think I have played with that glue since. There we go. But I do love the Tombow. I've got plenty more. I do love it because it gives you that little bit of wriggle room to make sure you've got it right. And it sticks so well. Hello to you in New Zealand. How lovely. What time is it there, Catherine? It's 11:38 in the morning here. And this is, I do coffee and cards every Tuesday morning at 11. Okay, and then it's going on the Granny Apple Green. And so we have got a pretty little card that says hello. And that does shine. I can see the little birdhouse sparkling there. Hello. Okay, I really should put an inside into it, and I hadn't thought about it when I designed the card. I got too excited by the front. So let's take another piece of white for our insert. I got really excited by the card. Yeah, that's already the right size. Pop that one in there. And we need it to say something. Okay. Because it's a bit of a generic card, this hello one, I am going to use this one. But I really think it would make a great new home or welcome card. So let's take that hello off. Put that there so I don't lose it. Actually, I'll put it in the stamp set. That would make much more sense, wouldn't it? And use this one. Now this one says, I hope each moment of your day is as special as you are. So it's 10:38 p.m. So we're an hour forward for the summer. So you're kind of 24 hours behind us, plus that hour. You're watching from your bed. I'm sorry it's so late for you, but I'm very glad you're here. I'm going to put Granny Apple Green to match the front. Hope each moment of your day is as special as you are. I really like that. That's a nice sentiment, isn't it? It's not too much, but it's really nice. Did any of you clock that I managed to get a little tiny splodge of green ink? Ahead, that's right, they're ahead. Did I say behind? Sorry, I meant ahead. There we go. Thank you. Right, okay, I'm going to put a little birdie on that because I was going to put some bird. I was going to put some birds on here. So I'm going to put you here. There we are. I'm going to put you here. I can put another one just up there. You could put some of the branches in, some of the birdhouses. It'd be nice to have a birdhouse on the side. You could colour it in. It would look very nice. I just don't want to take all day with the colouring. It would bore you senseless. Right, let's have a red. Let's have those. Yeah, better put our robin on the front. Let's put the robin here. And here. There he is. You know what? If you know your birds, you can make these any birds you like. I'm sure you could actually colour them in really well. Make yourself a blue tit or chaffinches or anything you like. There we go. I might actually get that tiny leaf. There's a tiny leaf in the stamp set. Grab another little tiny block just to finish it off. So they are really cute, aren't they, Catherine? I love them as well. I really like them a lot. I saw them when we could pre-order as demonstrators, and I popped it on my pre-order, as I said, and I hadn't played with it, and I don't know why I hadn't played with it. I'm going to do that in Granny Apple Green. I think there's so many new goodies out to play with. But this is so nice. That's better, isn't it? There we are, off the edge of the paper, always looks better. They are really cute, and I can think of lots of uses for them. I think I'm going to be making some new home cards and putting them in my little card stash, because that's something I haven't seen a specific, there may be a specific new home stamp set in the brand new annual catalogue. I am not sure though, and I think this would suffice really well. Okay, there we go. Each moment of your day is as special as you are. There's our first card. Isn't that cute? Well, I like it. I like the birdhouses. So that's that one. And I thought we'd have a little play with some of our designer series papers, seeing as it's on sale at the moment. How could we not? How could we not? So I thought we'd introduce that, because a lot of people fall in love with the designer series papers, the pattern papers. They fall in love with it. They buy the pack and they get it. And then they're either a bit nervous about cutting into it because they like it so much, or they don't know what to do with it. So sometimes I like to introduce some to give you some ideas on how to play with it. So I have gone back to my basic card base. Centimetres, this one still. Though I think next time I'm going to change it up and use inches, just to, you know, change it up for you guys. Scored at, this is scored the other way. So this one is scored at 10.5 and cut at 14.9, and this one is scored at 14.9 and cut at 10.5, which means I get a tent fold, but the same thing, I still get 2 from each A4 piece of card. So I've gone down a layer in my designer series paper. This is beautiful. This is from the Beauty of the Earth, and I absolutely love it. It's so pretty. So I've cut a layer of that at 14.3 by 10. Okay, and then I've cut a piece 7 centimeters by 14.3, so it's still the same length down there, but I might cut it a bit smaller to show a little bit more of this paper, but we'll see. Now I haven't made this card yet. This one's in my head, so I'm not sure how it's going to work out. Wish me luck. Okay, so I think we're going to get some of this ink out. This is cinnamon cider. I think it's near the top of my stack because I was playing with it. Been making lots of cards. Right, let's give this stamp a bit clean. Like that. I'm going to ink the whole thing up. The whole thing is going to be brown. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm doing with this card, but I think that's what I'm going to do. And I think I'm going to bring it over a little bit more. So if I'm going to do that, I want most of the leaf showing. So I'm going to do it like this. Like so. So we've got more of an autumnal feel with this one. A bit of clean. And then where is that little leaf? I might add that in as well. Don't know how this will work. Let's have a try. We'll experiment together. So last time I made it, I used the ink daubers. This time I'm directly inking onto the stamp. So I'm going to add in a few green leaves and see how that works. Because they don't all turn at the same time, do they? There we go. So we've got some greenery in it. Okay, so that's that. Then I think I am going to bring in the birdhouses. Let's see how big we want this to be. I think I'm going to take another little bit off this edge. I take it off this edge. Yeah. Another smidgen. A smidgen. Is that a metrical term? A smidgen? Does anybody else use that? I'm going to take 0.5 centimetre off there, I think. A smidgen. That leaves a little bit more of that pretty paper showing than I had before. So it's now 6.5 wide. And that's fine. And I like that. I haven't got too much of the branch in there either. So let's go for these birdhouses. I'll have 1, 2, yeah. Yeah, so I'll do that. I think I'll just pop that on there. We'll ink this one up in the grey. See how this goes. Sometimes these are just in my head and I need to get them out. A slither, a smidge. Yeah, a smidge. It's a great word. So that's one. And to make it slightly different, shall I use this one that should dangle? Whoops. Yeah, I think I'll use that one. So let's do that one. Down there. So, ink the the support beam, whatever you call it, strut, piece of wood, back up. Oh, my Fitbit's telling me it's time to move. It reminds me every hour to get the hour, get moving. Oh, it's a real word. Oh, thanks, Hilary. I feel completely better now. You validated me. It's a real word. My smidgen is a real word. I love it. So that's going to go on here like that. So I'm not even sure if this is this colour. Let's check. Where's my catalogue with the papers? Because that's odd. It may be that I've added more of the colour and a darker tone of it. I thought it was cinnamon cider. Maybe it's not. Where are all the papers? I think they're somewhere near the back. So we have got them here. So Cajun Craze, I think that is. So it's got Cajun Craze. Hang on, let's move it. Cajun Craze, cinnamon cider, early espresso, Mary Merlot, Mossy Meadow, Night of Navy, Old Olive, Misty Moonlight. So I think that must be Cajun Craze. So I might add in a few. I never use that colour ever. I don't think I've ever used it. How bad am I? I only bought it the other day. I have never used it, and I've been with Stampin' Up a few years. So, ladies, tell me, is there a colour that you never use, or that you don't like, or even if you haven't got it, is there a colour that you wouldn't use? Let's see what this looks like. Yes, that's that colour, isn't it? I really like it now I've used it. That's typical, isn't it? Oh, yeah. That's nice. Have you got a colour you've never used? It really lightens it up. Now it's going to tie in with that paper. Yeah, let's leave that as it is. That's a very handy little leaf, that is, that they've added into that stamp set. Very clever of them. Cajun Craze, well, I never. And now it ties in slightly better with that. I might bring that over slightly because I think you can see more of the paper. How is that? Right, let's colour it in. I don't think I have a Cajun Craze pen. I will be very surprised. Oh my goodness, I do. I have the Cajun Craze pens and I don't use them. How bad is that? Okay, that's fine. Let's use the light one and see what it comes out like. Well, that's really good. So I think I'm going to use that. Possibly on the body. I think I'm going to use it on the roof of this one. And I'm going to use the light here. So as I say, just grab the colours you've got and use those. This is the dark. I have never used this, ever. I think I might be converted. Cajun Craze, and I think we'll go around the bottom in the light. Tell me if there's a colour that you have that you don't use, or even if you don't have it, a Stampin' Up colour that there's not your bag. It would be nice to know. Now, I might go for a bit of blue in here. I don't think I've got Misty Moonlight. Let's have a look at Night of Navy. And the colours, the blends come in light and dark. So I think the light Night of Navy might work on here. I'm thinking it might. I might just do it for the roof. No, I'm going to go for it. Just be brave. It's quite a bold colour that is, isn't it? I think it might work though. What do you think? That's okay. I think that's okay. Right, let's pop. Pale papaya. Oh, Jen, but you've been using it loads. Isn't it funny how that happens? I completely relate to it with this Cajun craze. I love pale papaya, but absolutely, I completely agree with you. There are some colours that I wouldn't. What's that one we used to have? There was one years ago that looked like, oh, it was horrible. There's just this one that I didn't like. It was like a mustard colour. I don't know if any of you would remember that. It was one of the in colours one year, and I did not like it. I didn't buy it. Do you know what it is? It probably would have been lovely if I'd used it. So shall I bring some of that So Saffron in? Sometimes it's nicer to challenge ourselves, I think, and go for it. I think the So Saffron just lightens it up a little bit. Hi Karen, lovely of you to join us. We're having fun with the blends, and there's a funny thing. I stamped this branch in cinnamon cider to go with my paper. And then I realised actually, while cinnamon cider is in this paper, it's not all cinnamon cider. And I wondered what this was. And obviously it's Cajun craze. So I got the Cajun craze out, and I was just telling you guys that I have never ever used Cajun craze that I can remember. That's the first time, because I don't particularly like it. And now I've changed my mind completely. How weird is that? I think that's really weird myself. I might just bring a bit of that Cajun craze in the bottom of there to tie it in. There we go. So this is going to go on here. This is going to go on here somehow like this. I still think that blue is a bit much, but we're going to go with it. Okay. And then I need a couple of these little birds. Oh, that's cleaner. So where am I going to put this little bird? I think he's going to go down here. So I think we're going to get some of the old mossy meadow. Where are you, mossy meadow? No, you don't have to have all these greens. I just thought of mossy meadow as it's mentioned in the designer series paper. You can use whatever green you've got to do your grasses. I just thought it would make sense as I've got it. And I'm doing what I did before with stamping and then stamping off next to it. And then it almost looks like you've got different colour greens going on there. And let's use this one as well, because we used this one last time. I'll stamp that on, stamp it off. And if you do it at a bit of an angle, it just looks like your grasses are growing a bit willy-nilly, which they do tend to, don't they? Like that. Oh, I think that's enough. Okay, so now I can see where to put the bird. It was, oh, Lucky Lemonade. I think I've seen that, but I wasn't around when it was out. Yeah, I have seen that Lucky Lemonade. Now, what colour am I stamping the birds in? I think I'm stamping them in grey, am I? Yes, basic grey to go with the birdhouses. So I'm going to stamp one here in the grass, like that. And then I'll have an opposite facing bird up on top of here. I'll try and pop it on the top. It looks like he's trying to get into that tree. Oh, be careful when you stamp, because I have a little tiny gap and he looks like he's levitating. I think you can forgive me. Oh, that's why. Yeah, I haven't been with Stampin' Up that long. 5.5 years, I think it is. But I do know a lot of the names sometimes get mentioned in groups and things like that. So I've heard of Lucky Lemonade. Colouring in a little bird. There we go. Okay, let's stick it all together, and then I've got to think about the sentiment, but I think I'm going to put it halfway along like that way. Actually, I'm not sure. Let's think about it. That side is quite cute, but I think it should go that side like that. So that's what we're going for. And then I've got to think about the sentiment. Alfie's in here. I don't know. Can you hear him? Alfie's my dog, my Labradoodle. And what I've been doing every single day, I come back from the school run and I walk him, and we walk around the lake. Now, it was absolutely throwing it down with, "Oi, don't tell everyone you're here." He's woofing. Absolutely throwing it down with rain when I got back from the school run today. Absolutely torrential. So he has not yet been for his walk. So he's feeling a bit sorry for himself because he was wagging when I came in, knowing that it was time. I just thought, no, I'm going to go after coffee and cards today so that I don't get absolutely drenched. Yeah, you can hear him moving around. I don't hear that anymore because you know how you sometimes screen out noises that you hear a lot. I don't hear that anymore, but I could hear him slightly whining. Oh, I haven't been for my walk. Oh. Gumball green, primrose petals, and island indigo. Now I do know island indigo because that wasn't an in colour. It might have been, but it was in the colour family when I joined up. Island indigo. But then they did a refresh about, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. Hello ladies, I hope you've stuck with me. This is Coffee and Cards Tuesday take 2. So for some reason my camera, I've plugged it in, but it cut out right in the middle of filming just a moment ago. The whole thing cut out. So I have no idea what was going on. I can only apologise. Technical issue. So I'm really hoping that you will join me back here for take 2 of Coffee and Cards today. I'm literally nearly at the end, so I'm really hoping that you might join me back. Fingers crossed. I'm not sure what happened at all. So very odd. Let's refresh my page on my Mac next to me and it'll give me an idea of what's going on. I have no idea what's going on. Let me know if you're here. It says I'm live. Anyway, I'll wait and see if anyone hops back on again. If you do hop back on, please let me know that you're there. I'm really ashamed to have lost you. I'm so sorry if we have. That was very odd. And I don't know why I lost. It just dropped. The whole thing just dropped out. So I'm so sorry. Good morning, Sandra. So I had about, I don't know how many was watching 5 minutes ago. I had quite a few of you watching, but my camera just dropped out. So I'm take 2. Take 2. I'm going to write on my page. Oh no, it's Facebook is very glitchy. Here we are. I'm just letting everyone know I am back. Sorry about that. Welcome back to those of you who have persevered. The fact that everything cut out and that everything was dropped, I do apologise. So I was literally about to stick the front of my card onto my card base. We're nearly at the end when the camera dropped out. I'm so sorry. I hope you're back with me. I hope you're back with me. Right, I can see quite a few are back with me. So that's great. Thank you very much. So I have got the birdhouses going on. And I'm just about to stamp the inside of this card, and I need to do something for the front of the card. So let's grab the stamp set again and see what we're going to put on there. So we've got welcome, we've got birthday wishes, so glad you're here. I might put welcome actually, and I might. Here's something a bit daring. I might stamp it in that Cajun craze and bring it down here. I'm not sure if somebody's trying to message me to ask me where I've gone. Oh, I hope they realise I'm back. Hope so. Okay, so I've got a bit of cardstock here. I'm going to grab that scrap piece that I was using to cut out with earlier on, and take the welcome stamp, which is here. Oh, I'm glad you're here, Zaina. Thank you. Thanks, Sandra. Thanks, Linda. Thank you so much for your patience today. Don't know what happened. It wasn't a Facebook issue. It was a camera issue. I'm not quite sure, but we're back. Okay, so I'm going to take the lovely welcome. It's in the same font as the hello. And I'm going to ink that one up. So I hope this has given you lots of inspiration and ideas for this stamp set. It's a great one. So if you haven't got it, it's definitely one you might want to put in your basket. It's really lovely. So I'm going for Cajun craze today. Who would have thought it? Thank you for coming back with me, Catherine. I honestly don't know. Okay, so all I've done is stuck the front onto the card, and I'm going to do welcome, and I'm going to cut it out. This is a simple way to get your sentiment on the front of your card without using any extra dies or punches. And if you don't want to stamp straight onto there, you can cut it out and pop it on, which is what I'm going to do. So I could have done it in Misty Moonlight, actually. That would have been very nice. But I'm challenging myself to go with Occasion Craze. Now I have said that I don't like it. I'm going to make sure I use it. See if I can change my mind, which I think I have. It's very much like cinnamon cider, isn't it? But I thought actually it was, and then I realised no, it's Cajun Craze, not cinnamon cider, right? So all I'm doing is I'm fussy cutting around my little welcome, and I'm just kind of generally following the shape of the letter, not anything technical or fancy. I'm leaving a nice fat margin. And I'm moving the paper, the card, rather than the scissors. And the only trick to it is getting a nice sharp pair of snips like these ones. And it doesn't have to be exact. You're colouring the stick and the cat is trying to play with it. That's funny. They will try everything, won't they, these cats? They want to get in on the action. Crafty cat. What are your names of your cats again, Zaina? I think you have said. Crafty animals. Does anybody else's animals want to get in on the action? Alfie does. So there we are. We have welcome, and I'm going to pop it on here. I think that's going to look cute. So the only thing I think I might change if I was going to make this card again, I think I might make this a paler blue. Other than that, I really like that. I think that works quite well. Let's try it though in, I got to do it. I'm sorry, I've got to do it. Let's try it in Misty Moonlight. Sticking my arm in the way, aren't I? There you are, Misty Moonlight. Just hiding. I'm definitely converted to Cajun Craze. I'm just thinking of the contrast here and which would look the best. It might just tie in that birdhouse a little bit better. Morning, Doreen. I think actually, though I really like this, I think this is going to tie in that birdhouse a little bit. Giz in the main profile pic. She's the pain, but not today. Oh, they all have their own little personalities, don't they? Their own little characters. I do miss having a cat. We might have another one day. I'm sure we will. We're currently thinking about holidays for next year. Obviously, everything this year was cancelled. Yeah, you know, quite rightly. But we're hoping for next year. You can only hope, can't you? So we're thinking about that kind of thing. So, you know, if we were going to think about having another little cat, because we lost our cat last year, we had to have him euthanized because he was old and very, very poorly indeed. So we had to do that, unfortunately. But if we were going to have a new little pussy cat, I think it would be not when we're planning holidays to start with. Not that we know that we'll get to go, but we can only hope. There's 5.5. 5.5 what? There we go. Nearly there. Okay, she's getting a bit bored. Watch me cut out. Okay. We're good. We're good. Welcome. That's better. I just think it looks a little bit better than the Cajun Craze. And I think I'm going to use some sticky foam pads. I'll go for the tiny ones. I've let the dog out at the same time. They're 5.5. Oh. That's not a bad age. That's fine, isn't it? Right. Put some little dimensionals on the back, and I've cut them up, even though they're the small ones, because they're going to fit on the back of there better. Morning, Doreen. So lovely of you to join us. We're getting to the end of Coffee and Cards, but we have made it. We've got welcome. Oh, it stuck to me. Oh dear, stuck to me and not the paper. There we are. We're going to pop it along here. And the dog is back. He does not want to be there or further down. Okay, I'm going to put it up here, which is not what I was going to do. There we are. Welcome. Welcome. Now, I was going to add in some things like baker's twine, but I don't feel the need to do that. I was thinking of adding in some embellishments. I don't think I need to do that either. Let's have a quick look. I picked out some of the in-colour ones and some of those ones, but I don't think I need to do any of that, to be fair. I think I'm just going to stamp the inside. So we've got welcome, and I think I've used nearly all the stamps in here now. That's the hello, and we have got so glad you're here. So glad you're here. Be great for a new neighbour card, wouldn't it? Got a neighbour staying, moving in even. So glad you're here. And I think we'll pop that in Misty Moonlight. What time is it? It's 12:15. How has that happened? Well, we did have a little interruption in the middle. That's my cable. Can you see that? Hang on. That's no better, is it? Right, that's not going to work. Okay, we might have to live with the cable. I don't want to do without it since the camera was not playing ball. How's that? Is that better? I didn't know it was dangling. So glad you're here. There we go. So glad you're here. Now, I think I'm going to stamp this one up in Cajun Craze. My newfound colour that I like. Like that. There we go. And we can add a little bird at the bottom or two. And then we're done. I think we're done. Hello for a new neighbour card. That's a great idea. Yeah, that would make a great neighbour card as well, wouldn't it? So glad you're here. And then we'll have one there as well. Okay, all done. But you could, you know, you could build this little scene up. You could go on for hours. You could have great fun with this. And I think doing the leaves in different colours would be really pretty. I think it would look so nice. We could bring in that wink of Stella and start spreading that ink around like I did with the first card on the front of it. Show you again how that works. It just pulls the colour in from the outline, as you can see, but also lends the shimmer. And because it's not watercolour paper, it's kind of a controlled amount of liquid in it, so you're not going to flood it or make the paper pill, which you could do with a water painter. It might be a bit much. Unless you're careful, you can do it. There we go. Bring it down here. Like that. So we can do that on the front. Just make sure we don't spread the colours to each other. That's nice, isn't it? Oh yeah, I like that. And then we'll just do the brown, the basic cinnamon cider. Just gives it a little bit more something. There we go. All done. Love this. There we go. So there is our card. Let's glue the middle in. Oh, Jen, I'm so glad you're back. I'm sorry, my lovely. We lost power halfway through, sort of 3/4 of the way through, and I had to come back in again. And I don't know. We didn't lose power. My camera lost power. I don't know quite what happened, but I've got it plugged in now. Right. So this would be a great new card for a neighbour or something like that. New home. It says welcome. And that's raised up. Yeah, I had to do a little restart. So glad you're here. But I was literally almost finished. I was sticking the front of the card to the base. And so I've only just done the inside. That's all we did. So let's grab the first one we made. They both got a bit of wink of Stella on. Isn't this a fun stamp set? I love this so much. I'm going to make another one. but not right now. I won't bore you and keep you all day long, but I'm definitely going to make some more of these. Welcome. I love that. I hope you've enjoyed it. So this is the Birdhouses stamp set. And it's in the catalogue, and it's kind of one of those gems. I don't even know what page it's on. Let's have a quick look. I can show it to you. It's a little standalone stamp set. It's really reasonably priced, and I would say it's great to have in your stash. Let's have a look. Birdhouses. Where are you? Can't find it. Is it called Birdhouses? Oh, Garden Birdhouses it's called. Page 107 is only £17. And you can do a lot with this. Where are you? There you are. There it is. And you can see it a little bit better there. And you can see some of the samples that they've been making to show it off. Such a lovely one. So if you like that, all the products are available on my website at inkstampshare.ink or kate.bolt.stampinup.net. You'll find all the Stampin' Up goodies over there. Thank you for joining me. Thanks, Jen. Thank you for all your patience with technical issues this morning. And it's an afternoon now. So I hope you have a fabulous day. I will be back for Friday Night Live paper crafting over on my YouTube channel at 7 o'clock on Friday evening for some paper crafting fun. And I would love to see you there. If you are watching this live, thank you so much. And if you are watching me on replay, do give me a comment and let me know what you think if you like the cards. If you're watching on YouTube, please give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, do subscribe and press that little bell notification down below, and then you'll get notification of any future videos that go up. Thank you, ladies. You're absolutely lovelies. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. Bye bye.